Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Chase at Rocky Mountain ATV and today we're showing you the Particle Separator 2 from S&B Filters. All right everyone, thank you for checking in. So today we're showing you the new Particle Separator 2 from S&B Filters. This is a really cool upgrade for UTVs, especially those that spend a lot of time in dusty conditions, because when this is installed on your vehicle, they actually say that this will filter out about 94% of the dust before it gets to your air filter. So it'll help your air filter last a whole lot longer. It's going to help you maintain power and performance because your air filter is not going to be getting all dirty and plugged up. And for those of you that may be stressed about some dust possibly getting past your air filter and getting to the engine, well, with this, it's going to give you a lot more peace of mind. Now, this is the second version. So the predecessor has been very popular. Don't take my word for it. We have over 70 reviews. It's got an average of 5 stars. So go check those out. In fact, one rider left a review and talked about he put this on his machine, and after 55 hours in dusty conditions, he pulled his air filter out and it looked almost as good as the day he put it in there. And they actually say that this will help your air filter last 15 times longer. So yeah, you are making an investment up front, but it's gonna save you money on air filters down the road. Now with the 2, here are the notable upgrades that you're getting with this model. It is gonna be more expensive, but it's more low profile. It's got a more sleek design. I'll show you how they did that here in just a few minutes. It's actually with the fan on the bottom, so it's not going to take up as much space on your vehicle. We'll cover install. It's actually very, very simple, which is another perk with this setup. The other notable upgrades, the proprietary vortex, these circles that you have on the front are getting more airflow going through. So that's going to help you maintain and give more performance to your vehicle. And also you have a dual fan setup now versus just one that you had on the previous version. So the way this works is simple. In fact, this is the same technology they say that they use on military helicopters. Once you have this installed, and it's going to mount right to your roll cage, there's billet roll cage clamps that will come included, but this is going to filter out the air, and here's how. You have these vortexes here on the front. And if you look closely, you notice that they're like a spiral. So as the air comes through the particle separator, it will spin that air, and they're utilizing centrifugal force. So as that air starts to spin, what happens is that it flings the dust particles out, and those dust particles go up against the wall. And once those are out of there, then you're just getting that clean air that passes through and makes its way through your silicone tube into the airbox inlet. So that's how it separates the air. So it's pretty cool. It's just using physics. But once that dust has been separated from the air, the way that this gets rid of it is through these scavenger fans that you have down here on the bottom. So rather than just having one, you now have 2. So they're just making that to make it more efficient. And I talked about earlier how they made this version more sleek and low profile. Well, the way they did that is that on the previous version, you actually had the fan that would come down a little bit and just stuck out a little bit farther. Now you can see they're just built right into the bottom. So that's how they're keeping this thing a little bit more sleek. But you've got 2 of those versus 1. Again, just getting more of that dust out of it as fast as possible. So that's the way it works. Like I said, really cool system. Don't take my word for it. Go read those rider reviews. Like I said, it helps your air filter last 15 times longer. And again, you're maintaining the performance and the power of your machine, not having your air filter getting all clogged up. Now, as far as how this thing installs, it's very simple, okay? You've got your faceplate that will come included. You have your silicone tube, and you're just gonna route this to the airbox inlet. And once you've done that, and you've mounted this thing to your roll cage using the clamps that they include, you're ready to rock and roll. You do plug it in for those scavenger fans. Now, what's also cool is that those fans, so they call it their whisper quiet fan technology. One common complaint that some people had about the previous version is that the fan was a little bit noisy, and if you stopped your vehicle, the fan will continue running. Well, now with this version, if you stop, the fan will stop, so you don't have to try and, you're not hearing that fan, you're not trying to talk over it, but as soon as you start to accelerate and go again, the fan will automatically kick back on. So another notable upgrade with the second version. But you get installed, you're ready to rock and roll. As far as power usage, it's minimal. It's 3.1 amps when you have this thing plugged in using those scavenger fans. So if you need to, you could check to see if you're utilizing other electrical accessories on your vehicle to make sure you're not gonna be drawing too much power, but it really doesn't draw that much from your battery whatsoever. Last thing to mention, as far as maintenance goes, you really don't have to do much maintenance on these things at all. They do recommend, however, that periodically you could just take some compressed air and just blow this thing out just to help get rid of any excess dust that might be left over inside here. But aside from that, again, if you ride in dusty conditions and you want to try and maintain your air filter, keep those as clean as possible, you want to filter out that dust before it gets to the filter, you got to check these out. If you do have questions or comments, we'd love to get those answered, so make sure to leave those below. To grab one, it's simple. You can click on the link in the description or just head to RockyMountainATVMC.com. And when you're on the product page, make sure you're using our vehicle finder. Just enter the year, make, and model of the side-by-side that you have. That will ensure that you get the proper fitment. Other than that, very straightforward. Orders over $75 ship free. If you like this product spotlight, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. We are the #1 place to go to see product reviews just like you saw today, along with a lot of other great UTV content. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.